What's good, y'all? This is Dallas Man with Level One Gaming, and I am a fan of anime. And I'll never forget where it started. See, me and one of my little brothers, I don't know what we was doing, like running around trying wrestling moves on each other. So whatever little boys do, we was doing that, tired of doing that. And we decided to chill out, watch TV. Now we had a choice of two movies at the time. No clue where they came from. I'm guessing it came from his older brother, but two movies. One was like Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. The other was the one we actually chose. We did not watch Street Fighter that day. We ended up looking at Ninja Scroll. Yeah, if you ever seen it, then you know what I'm talking about. Imagine how blown our minds were, man. Like it has the action, it has the romance, it has the violence, it has the violence. Definitely not one for like a little. I couldn't even been 10. Couldn't have been one for like a little 10-year-old to be watching. It was just amazing. And from that moment on, man, I was on it. And then Pokemon came along, Digimon, Dragon Ball Z, and Toonami became a thing. Speaking of Dragon Ball Z, and it was over with for me. So anyway, thinking about that whole experience made me wonder, what other people's first experience was like with anime. So what was y'all first anime?
So if I had to take it back to the day when I was a youngster, first anime. Now, I'm an old man now, so my memory isn't all that great. I sort of get things mixed up. But it's definitely between Yu Yu Hakusho and Dragon Ball. I want to say Yu Yu Hakusho is my first anime that I came across. And I loved everything about the anime, from the opening themes, everything about the characters was like super dope. I mean, I still want to get that, but if I had to choose between one of the two that I believe was the first one, I really think it was Yu Yu Hakusho, but my mind is telling me it was Dragon Ball. Everything about young Goku was like super fire, even from the jokes at the time that maybe I didn't understand or didn't get. There was adult jokes that I look back now. But my heart is telling me it was Yu Yu Hakusho, but I definitely think it was Dragon Ball, which both really influence a lot about the animes that I watch now and the things I'm really into now in terms of anime and in terms of what I look for in a story with character building and things like that. So I can't go wrong with either one. I don't know if I listen to my mind or my heart, but it's definitely one of the two, either Yu Yu Hakusho or Dragon Ball. So both of them really got me into action-packed anime. It's like I like it now. I do love story building, and I do love those great arcs, but I'm really, really into those fight scenes. That's why I love, Black Clover so much, because it's constantly a battle, constantly a fight going. It's like really has me hooked into the anime. So let's just go with both of them. Yu Yu Hakusho and Dragon Ball. Those were my animes I started off with, and they really influenced what I like today.
So, the question this week is, what was our first anime, and did it come to influence your choices in anime? My first conscious anime that I actively remember seeking out and watching, and it will still be my favorite, was Queen's Blade. And there's a second one, Queen's Blade 2, The Rebellion, and then there's some OVAs and stuff, but it's a fan service fighting, kind of like Kill la Kill, but set in medieval times. It was one of my favorite first animes I've ever watched. I don't think it's influenced my style. I'm not a huge fan of fighting animes. I do like them. Like I'm watching Baki right now, but I like slice of life comedy ones. Tokyo Ghoul, I'll watch a good spooky one. I'm in the process of watching Neon Genesis Evangelion. I don't think it's influenced my style. Maybe when I was younger, but now I'm older and I've branched out and started watching more different types of anime. But Queen's Blade was definitely the first anime I remember consciously myself going out and searching for.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Citizen Snips coming to you with another one of Dallas's crazy questions for this week. The man asked us what our first anime was, kind of how it influenced our current tastes. And so this kind of hit me a strong note with me. I'm a huge anime fan myself. So I've been watching anime for many years now, a couple decades, I think, probably. But the first anime that I ever came into contact with, is probably true for most people in my generation, happens to be Dragon Ball Z. I have many fond memories of going to visit my pops down at his place down near the south of Texas, because he had cable, which was dope back then. And I would stay up all night watching reruns out of order of Dragon Ball Z on Toonami. And it was like the highlight of my childhood. Really kind of fell in love with the whole shonen anime style. I loved the fight choreography and sequences. I loved that, there's always that next stronger person out there for you to take on, no matter how much of a badass you become. There's always somebody stronger. But the art style, I think, is the first thing that really jumped out to me and kind of resonated with me. Even today, I still watch anime frequently. It's about the only thing I watch on kind of visual media is pretty much anime and sports for me is all I really take in. And even to this day, as impressive, as gorgeous, and as wide-ranging as animation has become, there's still something about that late 90s, early 2000s anime art style that really resonates with me at a deeper level. And I think it must be because that is kind of when I got my introduction. So anime stylized like, Dragon Ball Z, Rurouni Kenshin, Trigun, Outlaw Star, Gungrave, I would put in that category as well. Cowboy Bebop, all those kinds of those shows around that time period, that anime style or that art style, I just freaking love. So it's definitely something that has influenced my tastes going forward. Kind of tuned me into a lot of Japanese media in general, whether it be movies or TV. But yeah, anime is pretty much a giant part of my nerdy life right now.
Let us know in the comment section what your first anime was, especially if it was something crazy for a little kid like mine. And then do all the rest of the stuff that people ask you to do, like, comment, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. And for more of this little nonsense, man, make sure you hit us up at level1gaming.com.